Hey, you busy? Mm-mm. Okay, let me run something past you real quick. You ever see on social media that it has things like adulting is hard or that dating in your 30s or late 20s is difficult? And, this couldn't be, this was, it was a new one going around the other day. It was hilarious. It was like this couldn't have been the same jobs that our grandmothers and grandfathers were staying at for 30 plus days, right? So it made me kind of look into or want to explore more of what's a mistake, right? What's that? Because we throw that word around often, it was a mistake that I dated such and such. It was a mistake that I moved to that state and then I had to go back home. And, the word mistake just keeps being in different forms resurfaced, right? So I went ahead and called on Bishop Dictionary from the New Oxford American Dictionary Ministries. And it said that mistake is an action or judgment that is misguided or wrong. An action or judgment that is misguided or wrong. So then the blaring word to me was wrong. What does wrong mean? What's something that would be identified as a wrong? And looking that up, it also said first it was the obvious is not true, not correct or true. But the definition that did something to me was the second one. And that one says, still identifying wrong, unjust, dishonest, or immoral. And I don't know what it was about that word dishonest that just blared out with me. And I just was, bing, I have to call you and talk about it. Now, let me go ahead and explain something to you, please, now. Mistakes are, to me, just another form of teaching, right? But whenever I hear mistake, it's usually along the lines of the dating realm. We or we at least take it heavier in the dating realm. I should have never dated such and such. I should have never gave you my number. I should have never met you. I should have, you have all this regret when it comes to that, right? And I know that there's this whole thing about it being difficult in these dating streets. It's harder. It seems like there's a lot of game being played, and I feel like no one is guiding people on how to date properly. No one is telling people, hey, this is the real of it. We make a joke of it. You can make a meme and, a quick post and get 1,000 LOLs. But the truth of the matter is, if you're expressing these things, then something about you wants to know how to wait the right way, how not to make a mistake when it comes to your heart, how to go about going in these dating streets and not coming back into your home looking like you were just bit by 50 coyotes because it was just that brutal in the dating realm, right? And so, having had my fair share of singlehood stories, and having cousins who are single and friends and seeing how that still goes, I felt like I wanted to go ahead and give a perspective when it comes to mistakes, especially with your heart, that we can all either relate to, we can chime in and give our own 2 pennies and we'll come up with $1 million, right? Because at this point, we need to go ahead and start helping people navigate the course of what's happening. Because just to be honest, let's just be frank. Like, listen, let's just roll up a chair real quick. It seems like the premise of dating now is I expect for you to do something stupid because there's not a lot of people out here who are either consistent or going to keep the same, whatever you did to keep me, you're not going to keep that up. So it's not going to, this is probably going to fade after about a week or two, or I'm going to find something out about you. Because look, what we're naturally doing is as soon as you figure out somebody's first and last name combo, okay, great, you are immediately going to the social media interwebs, right? I need to know public record information about you. I need to know the last time that you, posted another female, posted another male. I need to get into the inner parts of what's going on so that when I do meet you, I have some questions and I'm asking questions along the way. So I felt like maybe we just need to go ahead and tell people how to wait, particularly um, females, I think I can speak from that aspect because, yeah, I've been one for a long time. And so I have the right to speak on that. And so, for my brothers, we can go ahead and tap into that later at a later time. If you have some insight you'd like to give, I'm sure we'll all be appreciative. But at this point, I'm going to go ahead and speak to you. You can still listen because I can speak to you about what the females are going through. Now, listen. It's a reason why God made Eve after everything was finished, right? So we can break Genesis, down to the elemental P of God created all these awesome things. He created Adam. He said, hey, you need to make, it's not good for you to be alone. Okay. You need to go ahead and get somebody that you like, that you want to be around. And so he brought all the things to him and he's like, don't like it. No, like it. No, like it. I don't like it. Then he's like, okay, go sleep. Cause yeah, I don't need you participating in how I choose this. So go ahead and go to sleep. And maybe you're looking for something that looks a lot like you, but just in a give and take kind of way where she can reciprocate, okay? Where your things are outer, she has an inner, Okay, when she, just we're going to make it where it's a reflective but reciprocated version of you. So let me go ahead and put you to sleep, okay? Go to bed. And when you wake up, you're going to wake up and say, ooh, whoa, man. Right. That's exactly what she is. She's a whoa man. Okay. She's a woman. Okay, great. So, but Adam had a job, right? He had some responsibility going. He was already in the practice of managing what God gave him, right? He was already in the position that he needed to be in. The only portion was he just needed not to be alone. So a lot of females are meeting people that are on their way to managing something. He's in between jobs. He's sitting on his cousin's couch. He's doing a lot of things that look extremely incomplete. So that is why it's normally a woman's first nature to say, okay, let me get you to where you need to be, at least ground zero, because women are not used to walking into incompleted states. It started all the way in the garden. It's the reason why God did not make Eve while he was still making vegetation. It's the reason why he breathed the breath of life into Adam and gave him a soul and not Eve first. It is not our genetic makeup, our wiring to come into anything and it just have deficits in it. We are a median. Okay, listen. Oh, you need a job? I know such and such is hiring. I made your resume. I fixed that up. I'm gonna go ahead and start applying for some jobs with you. I'm gonna ask. You know what? Let me see if they still hiring because I know my homegirl. She said that. Yeah. And we start to getting stuff together because it's like, listen, we don't do well. We're just. I don't even know if we're all aware that we do that, but we just have this innate ability of no, we need to go ahead and get this where it needs to be, at least ground zero. That's why it hurts females so bad to be like, when they see a male move on and you're like, but I was the one who, yes, yeah, you built the bear, the addition of the man, you did that. But you wasn't called to do that to every man. You were called to do that, if necessary, to the man that was called for you. And let's just throw this whole debunk on it being one person, right? He's the one. As if we have all an assigned person and we have to find and navigate our way through this thing called Earth and this planet. And we have to find that one or, well, you missed it. Too bad. You should have went to China that one time because that was your one good time to find the one. But you know what? Now that you didn't find the one, you're going to be the one that's lonely. I do apologize. That's not how it goes. There is a particular wiring that goes well with you that will be reciprocated in the one that's for you. There is a certain structure of you that will be reciprocated in the one. Like it is literally oh my goodness, it's a puzzle piece. I'm strong in this, you're strong in that. Okay, I do this well, you do that well. I'm a little weak here, but you're strong here. It is a compliment to what you are already at. You know why it is so difficult, ladies? No, sir, you need to listen. You know why it's so difficult to identify that in a man that's in between stages? Because you cannot judge or you cannot have a full assessment of who he is because it's brokenness. No, now flow with me. This is what I'm saying. Let's say the average male puzzle is 4 pieces, right? And when you meet him, he has 2 pieces. You can't make a good judgment call on if this man is a good fit for you because he's missing some pieces. Now, I said 4 pieces because I do believe that male, female, whomever, we are comprised of things that are completely. Hold on. It just, listen, go ahead and stop it. No, don't worry about it. That's my alarm to go get my daughter. But anyway, no, we can still talk. We cool. But anyway, so we're all comprised of different puzzle pieces, right? We're all comprised of just different things. And I'm not saying he has to have it all put together. He has to be the CEO of everything EO, right? I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is you need to know that his core foundational values are put in place so that you can see if it's a fit for you. You need to know, I'm sorry, what? You're in bankruptcy? Oh. Okay. How many more years left? It is a gathering of information on the upfront so that you're not the one that's doing the crying of, but I saw potential. But I thought this was going to be. No, you can't make a judgment call when puzzle pieces are missing. And that's how I needed to start looking. There are far too many females who are putting on this look at me, look what I can do show. You cooking on the first few days, and now I'm getting a little, my octave is going up there because that was something that I struggled with. Because we are natural nurturers. So you want to be able to show, look, sir, I'm good for the picking. Real good for the picking. Look what I can do with these pots and pans, sir. Look how I put together this Jean Hill combo, if you will. Look, I'm laying it all out. I don't have nobody else that I'm talking to like that. It's not even that serious. I'm giving you access to all things, my social media platforms. Like, I'm laying it all out. You know what you're doing? You're showing your puzzle pieces way too early. Until you have identified if the core of his are put together, we don't need to be showing any of the extra. I'm sorry, we just don't. And so the core values may look a little different for each one, but it should be the basics of, is he working? No, listen, yes, it is a judgment-free phone call, but we have to be real. We just have to. I mean, the good bishop said, it's a lot. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. That's what the good bishop and the deacon has said. That's the good word. And I feel like we're doing too much and finding out too little. I would recommend that everyone go back and I hate to go ahead and do it, but you need to gather information. And how else to do it? By pulling up history. Hey, why did your last relationship break up? Oh, okay, that's what happened. Oh, okay. So what's your definition of cheating? Now, believe it or not, you have to ask those questions, right? Because someone doesn't see flirting on the social webs as cheating. Someone may not see flirting in front of your face or looking at other females as she walks by as disrespectful. You need to get to the bottom of the elemental piece, sir. That respect piece that I'm craving, you don't have. But you know what? Hit him with the Russell Simmons. Thank you for coming out. God bless you. About face on it. Truly. So there are certain questions that need to be asked. You don't need to ask anyone. Listen, let's just cut to the chase. Your favorite color means nothing to me if you have 15 kids with 17 people. I don't care how you do math. That's the example I'm giving, right? There's just certain, but it may be someone that's like, listen, the more the merrier. Come in. Robbie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. Like, just let them name all your kids. Give them however that works for y'all Thanksgiving table. God bless you. But the point in the matter is, find out more information on the front end so that you're not holding up nobody else's blessing. What you find to be despicable me may be somebody else's. I've been praying for this. The point of the matter is to make sure that, again, wasted time is not your middle name. You have to make sure that you're making guided decisions. How do you do that? By asking questions, by researching certain things. It may not just be relationships, it may be jobs. Don't just apply to any job. Find out what's going on behind the scenes for that job. Like, don't just go ahead and start buying any furniture. No, I personally have gotten to the point that I don't buy anything without looking online and reading reviews. I don't. Somebody else's mishap has turned to my educational source. Just truly. You've gone out and done it before me? Okay, so let me go ahead and read. Okay, the couch is what? You had the couch for a month and then it broke down. Oh, then I don't want it. I'm not going to be able to do it. We have to start doing better, especially when it comes to love life. This does not have to be oh, we spoke for 2 weeks and then it just faded. No, you know what that means? Either somebody else has that person's attention, or everyone has the same expectations, so nobody's making a move. And I think that we're moving away from the old school. Men, sir, yes, you. Women still want to be chased. We still very much want to feel as if we are your priority. No, sis, give him the phone. Let him hear it. No, we need to feel like we want a man we can be proud of. That's why when you do the most simplistic thing, she's like, I'm so proud of you. You went to work today. Ma'am, it's Tuesday. It's a work day. He should be there, just like your kids should be in school. But I digress. Okay? We're going to go ahead and just move right along. It doesn't have to be as difficult as it seems, right? If you feel like you're fighting for a man's attention, then you're not a participant. You're not going to make yourself a participant in that struggle realm. No. Find out to him what's important. What's your ideal, and maybe we need to get back to, simplistic questions like that. What's your ideal relationship? What does that look like? What is your ideal girl? What does that look like? And I don't really know. Yes, you do, sir. Just go ahead and say it so I can go ahead and let you know, not me. I'm not going to be able. What's your ideal of a really, really awesome date? What does that look like to you? And if to him is, again, you're just aligning yourself, not transforming yourself, because that's what a lot of people do, male and female alike. What do you like? And then I'm going to see how much of me it takes to go ahead and do that. Oh, you like somebody outgoing who likes to ride on elephants and then swim with dolphins and then also tickle tigers? Not even knowing that you were afraid of lightning and thunder to the point of chicken legs. Yeah, you just got to be upfront. Like, hey, I'll take the picture for you, but I'm probably not going to be side by side with it. Is that a problem? Could you see yourself being in a situation where all the pictures are just you? I mean, I'm there in spirit because I'm taking the photo from a safe location without the mosquito bites, sir, ma'am. But again, it needs to get to a place that we're not fooling ourselves trying to be accepted by someone else, that we're not playing this. Once you get a mindset of this is just the way it is, you start to play to that narrative, even if it's subconsciously. No, the dating realm is not outrageous, just no one's teaching people how to date. No, I'm not coming to your crib. I'm a grown woman. I'm not coming to your place. It's you can't find nothing else to do. I'm not. And, it could be a translation of an AKA of, why I always have to spend money when I see you. It don't even have to be that. Let's go to the park. We live in such a social time generation that there are so many free events. Matter of fact, take the pressure off the other person's neck and just say, listen, honestly, until we really figure out what this is, I'll pay for myself. At this point, I just want to make sure we're not wasting each other's time. Let it be known off the rip, I'm not wasting time. And so this can go one or two ways. It's either I'm going to have a wonderful experience with the things that we're doing on my dime, and then we go back home, meaning you go there, I go over here, okay, great? Or we start building experiences with each other. But maybe set yourself apart where you really truly say, I don't expect you to invest anything in me until we have come to a mutual understanding that we want to invest in this situation together. Maybe that will be mind blowing, right? That's a different approach. It's real, it's fair, because I don't think we understand that men feel a little bit skeptical and nervous about the dating realm too. You know, if he don't have no kids and he got a lot of stuff going for him, or even if he does have children and he's a great father, listen, he is like a steak to a hungry pack of wolves. So, you know, we're having more men understand their worth and value. Like, I'm not just wasting my time on just anything, as you should be, sir. As you should be. And maybe approaching a female with the same, you know, hey, until we decide that we're going to go ahead and, you know, mutually invest in this, I just, I wouldn't mind it, and it wouldn't bother me none, and I hope it doesn't you, just because I want to show you how much I'm really not wanting to waste my time. But can we pay? And you know what, from a male point of perspective, that may be a, oh, he broke. You may get that, but you know what? The right woman will understand that. Truly. Because I'm going to go ahead and let you know, in these cold streets, she may not be a gold digger, but she may be a food digger. Nope, hear me. Women sometimes serial date, and I may or may not be raising my hand for the past me, okay? I may or may not. But sometimes a woman may serial first date just to have a plethora of free meals. To stomach a person just to fill her stomach. Listen, I'm just a messenger. Hands in the air, I'm just a messenger. I'm here for a purpose in a time such as this. Okay? But change your frame of thought, especially in the dating realm. Go against that whole narrative of blase blue. Listen, God did not make you present in these present times that we're living in to know that, you should have been born in the 60s. Yeah, your desires are a little bit more aligned with the 60s and 70s. Sorry about that. No, there's someone who is actually praying for you not to get frustrated through all these knuckleheads. Maybe it needs to be a little bit more difficult where you don't get my phone number firsthand. You get my email until I can sort out who you are, sir, ma'am. Like, we really need not to have such easy access. Like, seriously, people are having full-blown relationships in 2 weeks, and you know nothing about this person. What were y'all doing? Yeah, you shouldn't know my address before you know the road that I'm taking in my life. It's just, you know, priorities, you know. But again, I can talk all day long about the dating realm and what females should be doing and what you should not be doing. A lot of us need to go ahead. I mean, again, you do kind of trail this thing called life and the journey thereof to dating. You do have to step in the way that is suitable for you. But I do believe that there are some core things that it's like, everybody should be doing. Everybody should be doing. For the safety of you, for the safety of the other person, for the safety of the whole dating realm. Because listen, these bad experiences are pretty much accumulating to just despair and a lack of hope in people. And that's not fair. We need to really separate between the, listen, I just want to be able to talk to somebody on the phone, opposed to I'm looking for a spouse. You need to be able to differentiate between lazy and you don't have nothing going for you, or I'm working on my craft, so I took a lesser paying job. Like, there just has to be a clear, but you don't get to know anything until you get to know it, right? Long gone are the days where you're able to spend a weekend with somebody and you feel so close to them. Like, no, we need constant communication, because what you're doing in the forefront of the situation, whether it's dating, courting, whatever, is you're building trust. Learn the favorite color later. Learn your sign later. I don't want to know nothing about that. What I do want to know is, how do you exercise your anger? Are you the walk away, I don't want to talk to you for a couple of days kind of person? Or are you the I need to punch a wall, then I can come back with band-aids and I feel better? Because I need to know that. Because what you need to know is the safety of not only your heart, but your future with said person if you chose to go ahead and align. But listen, I'm not going to hold y'all, okay? Um, and my alarm went off. It's time to go get my baby girl. And yeah, it's just time. It's time to go. We'll go ahead and speak about this again because I do feel like there's a little bit more there. I do feel a little bit biased because I know more about the female than I do, the other side. My husband has given me a few pointers. Maybe I'll go back and ask him, but he was like, "Listen, we over here feeling it too. You have to kind of figure out, is she using me? Is she, especially, you want to know she talking to somebody else, but you want to maintain that, the male macho-ness about it. You don't want to seem weak." So when he was giving me his perspective, I was like, oh, I never really, because again, I've been a girl for so long. So, But anyway, we'll talk about it. Y'all not going to have me get my baby late. I ain't going to hold you. A good nanny. I'm not going to hold you. I'll talk to you later. All right. Later.